I'm glad that you're watching Jeff Coed TV. But what would really make me happy is you've joined us at McAdory. Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Coulter, along with Becky Recchi, as we get ready to watch the Yellow Jackets host always talented Hueytown. When a good Lord gave us a game of baseball, this was his weather, wasn't it?
Beautiful weather. Not a cloud in the sky.
I mean, serious.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
I could put my head on a swivel, go all the way. There is not a cloud.
No,
what a beautiful.
Gorgeous.
By the way, Becky is joining us. Compliments of Mortimer Jordan and Brian. Is that where you
Brian
are?
Elementary.
Brian
Yes, sir.
Elementary, where you taught PE and you coached softball. When you had a game like this and you walked out onto the diamond, what was your feeling?
Oh, I just don't even know if you can put it into words.
True.
Especially when you know it's your last time. It's something to get the honor to being on the dirt. Not everybody gets to be there, and not everybody wants to be there.
I do. You do.
I do.
We do.
I miss the coaching shoes.
We did. Yeah, I'll bet you do. We did softball just a couple of weeks ago, and we brought you back. So that ought to tell you something.
Well, I'm glad, unless no one else around, but I'll take it. I don't care.
Hueytown comes into McAdory with the ownership of a 17-12 record. They are 2-0 in area play. It is the first game for the Yellow Jackets of McAdory in area play. They are 11-13 overall, but boy, have they played a schedule. The head coaches are Derek Olvey for McAdory, and for Hueytown, it's the very popular and always in demand Billy Chandler. Let's start off with Derek. Hey, didn't you play for this guy?
I did, many moons ago. It's been a while. I think that tells you how long he's been in the game and what we're up against a little bit.
Tell me a little bit about your team.
So we're still trying to find our way. We've beat some really good teams this year. We have struggled against some bad teams this year. So we are, depending on who walks out, this could be a fantastic game or it could be a quick one. So,
Billy was a good ball player?
Oh, Derek was a real good ball player. Maybe, one of the top 2 or 3 arms probably ever to come through Hueytown. He could really throw it. And
coming through Hueytown, that says a whole lot.
That's not an exaggeration. Derek would not say he left and went to ended up playing at Notre Dame when he left high school, and then he ended up at LSU and at Arizona State, and he had a really good career in college and was a heck of a ball player.
Tell me a little bit about the Golden Gophers.
Oh, we've had a decent year. We're 17-12, and a lot like Derek, we've beat some good teams and lost some teams we shouldn't have lost to. We're up and down, so kind of the same thing he said. If we don't come out with the right team, it could be quick, and they're getting out of here quick with putting us away quick. So, we're a lot like them, up and down.
First pitch is just a couple of minutes away, and let me tell you, this is going to be a great baseball game. Hey, let's go take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, the Golden Gophers of Hueytown. Billy Chandler's in his sixth year. Moore will set the table. Arizi is a great player behind the plate. In fact, he's going to Central Community College down on the Lake Martin area. I think that's where it is, Alexander City. And there you see the remainder of the starting lineup for the visiting Golden Gophers as we hear the Who. I like that, too. McAdory will lead it off, one of the best players in Jefferson County, Sawyer Pearsall. He's headed to Snead, almost hits 400. Bailey, hitting third in the lineup, is your pitcher, and he will also be attending Pearl Community College over in East Mississippi. We pause for our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing does that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land
What do you say, Becky? Play ball?
Play ball. Let's do it.
When you would go out to home plate before the game and meet with the umpires and the opposing manager, coach, tell everybody what you talk about, because I think people really, really want to know. I mean, I know one thing. You talk about dimensions and when a ball's fair, when it's foul.
Yes, sir.
And you
Yes,
go
sir.
over what I call ground rules.
Yes, sir.
Other than going over ground rules, what, are you making plans to see where you're going to go after the game? You talking dinner?
No, if you know the coach, then you do a little chat with them. You get to know the coach. You get to know the Blues that are there, what they expect. We can't do it without the Blues. But for the most part, it's camaraderie, exchange your lineup, wish each other the best, and go on.
All right. I love asking questions like this, and I'm going to do it throughout the entire
Well,
game.
I hope I
just
answer
like
them
I
right.
did. Yeah, you do.
I'll just make it up.
Did you ever – what do you do if you just got – and this doesn't happen, especially in Jefferson County, because our officials are very, very good, very talented.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to go the other way.
Oh.
What if you get one that's just not – you're not seeing eye to eye? I mean, have you ever got tossed? There's a good question.
Oh, never.
Okay, good.
Never.
Way to go.
That was one of my goals. That's why I have gray hair, because there are some that outside the Jefferson County area, you would be like, oh my word.
So
but
you,
my
you
opinion.
weren't one to even, did you chirp from the dugout?
No. My goal was never to chew on an umpire, because I thought they're doing the best they can do, and I found out that when you complain about them, they don't come back and apologize. They make things tighter. So I typically would try to get along with them and teach the girls to adjust to them.
Right.
That's all you can do, because they're not going to change their mind.
And there's a good chance you're going to get them again, right?
A very, very good chance.
So.
In our state tournament, we
play
ran
nice,
across
right?
some, and you know what? We'll see them in the finals, and we sure did. So I would try to make friends with them.
And it takes at least a couple of batters, if not more, to figure out where the strike zone is.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It was part of the strategy, is to figure out what the Blues going to call and adjust.
Shortstop, Bronson Moore, just a sophomore, will lead things off on Jeffco Ed TV. That was high, 1-0. There's a look at Jackson Carmichael, who is their ace. In fact, we're seeing both aces for these ball clubs. That one's in there. It's 1-1. I like both teams' uniforms. And
I like the contrast, too. It's sharp.
That's important to me.
Oh,
I mean,
you look good,
gotta
you play good.
Oh, that one's very upstairs.
Yeah.
Jackson Carmichael. That one missed low. It's 3-1. A lot of pitchers just kind of work out of the stretch all the time, don't they? Ooh. Foul back. It's going to be full. Here comes the payoff pitch, the delivery from Jackson Carmichael. Let me flip this around. That's Aaron Bailey. I was talking about the Hueytown starting pitcher, but no, it's Aaron Bailey. And that one's low. And that's what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do. Both these guys, as I mentioned just a minute ago, are their aces. This is Aaron Bailey. The number 2 hitter wearing number 2 is Caleb Chapman. High stockings. Always like that.
Bringing it back.
Bailey to the belt. That one's in there. That's pretty close to being a perfect pitch when it comes in there right at your knees
That was
inside.
real pretty.
And if you're up on the plate, it makes it, which Chapman is, it makes it even more difficult. Throw over, kind of close. DJ Parker is at first base for McAdory. Out of the stretch comes Aaron Bailey once again. He squares.
Oh.
Throw down to first, not in time. Bounced into right field. That'll go down as an E.
Yep.
As Moore advances to second base and in scoring position with nobody out.
You know, Coach Chandler called Caleb Chapman the guy that everybody loves. He's a team favorite.
I've always been real fond of hitters that are second in the order.
Oh.
Because their responsibilities are massive. First, advance your runner, okay?
Absolutely.
If the leadoff doesn't get on, there's a strike. Then it's your job to suddenly turn into the leadoff guy. But you want to advance runners. You usually get a lot of line drive hitters batting second. And another thing that they are usually very skilled at is bunting. And here's the pitch to the senior. Yep. Called time, steps out. Aaron Bailey on the hill for McAdory. Yellow Jackets come in at 11-13. This is their first area game now. Hueytown's played a couple against Bessemer City and won them both. Out of the stretch, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Somebody's car. Did you?
I didn't park there.
I didn't either.
I parked one over.
Oh, really?
I did. That's the first thing I look at. I have to use strategy where I should park.
1 ball, 2 strikes. A delivery from Bailey. Called. Strike 3. Looking. So 1 down. It brings up the number 3 hitter, Jose Ariza. I remember him from last year. This is a ball player. First, he's a catcher. Best position out there, in my opinion.
I think you're biased a little bit.
I am a little bit. So are you.
I am too. I like it.
Throw back. Almost got him.
Ooh, that was close.
Pearsall laid the glove down just milliseconds late. It's a good pickoff move, though, wasn't it?
It was neat. Jose's got a real neat story about coming from Venezuela and learning Spanish or learning English later. I think that's real cool.
First pitch to Jose following the pickoff attempt.
Up.
Boy, he had a cut at that one. So he was like born in Venezuela.
Yes.
He is not
Yes.
here. Okay, that's pretty
Yes.
cool. Does he
And,
like it here?
and taught
How do you-
himself
Taught himself how to
English.
speak English?
Yes.
Jeez,
Is what
that
I
would be
understand
hard
from
to do.
Coach. I mean, and I hear that English is the hardest language to learn. So.
That's because we found a way to mess everything
Oh,
up.
we do.
There's what I would call a wild pitch.
Sure enough.
And as a result, Moore has reached third with just 1 out. Now look what a ground ball to the right side of the field or a routine fly ball give Hueytown the early lead. Boy, as we continue this game and our broadcast, more and more people are filing in. Maybe they listened to me at the top.
They
of the
did. They
show.
heard your
said,
invitation.
Hey, come on out.
They're like, oh,
Yeah,
well, Matt said
it's all
so.
about me, Becky. Ground ball,
Oh.
right side. That's going to plate the runner. Can he get the first? Not in time. No, in time. Ariza got down the line pretty good. He did his job, though, right?
He did. Move that runner. Runner scored. That was nice.
That'll bring up Jackson Carmichael. He pitches for Hueytown. Good ball player. So we got a 1-0 lead. Very early in this one. Got the inside corner. You know, the coaches told us, probably you as well when you talked to him earlier today, so this could very easily, well, I think it was Derek said, we could be out of here in an hour and a half. So that's how good these pitchers are. We've already got a run. Bailey, ground ball to second. It's scooped, dropped, Pearsall throws, and got it.
Okay.
And that is the end of the inning as Hueytown plates one runner, and we go to the bottom half of the first on Jeff Go-Ed TV.
Welcome, we are Hueytown High. Every day is a great day to be a Golden Gopher. We are Jeff Go-Ed Strong.
Field here at McAdory High School. As we go to the bottom half of the first inning, as Hueytown marked, it is 1-0, and now we're going to see what the Yellow Jackets can do. Sawyer Pearsall. This is a great matchup. I've been anticipating this one because we've heard a lot about Jackson Carmichael, the ace for Hueytown, but I've heard a whole lot. In fact, where is she? I talked to Sawyer Pearsall's mom before the game. Well, she's a proud mama.
You know, mamas are.
Yeah, they are. But if she was here, like, for batting practice.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
mean, she is a baseball mom from the word go. But he tore his labrum last year. Now you're the coach. That's an arm muscle. Is that his? Where is your labrum?
Your labrum in your back?
Is that?
I
back here?
think that's the labrum. Yes, sir.
Would definitely cut down on your ability to throw, wouldn't it?
That's risky. Injuries, gosh, they're so hard. Because you got to think what's best for the kid, and then they want to do what's best for the team, and then you got to make that call. It's very difficult.
Pearsall will lead it off for McAdory, hitting .385 the shortstop, facing the ace, Jackson Carmichael. Starts him off with a strike. The righty delivers. Boy, those are great strikes, and he is keeping them down in the strike zone. Both those strikes right at the knees. Carmichael, just 3 straight, sit down. Wow. It's a pretty impressive start for one Jackson Carmichael.
Well, Matt, I was worried that I'd said the wrong thing, but the labrum is in the shoulder. So that's all kinds of pitching.
Did you just use your phone and look that up?
I did because I'm like, kinesiology was many, many years ago.
Yeah, but.
And I thought I didn't want to, act like I know and then it not be right. So I thought, well, I'll take a good guess.
That was away. It'll even the count at 1. Well, you have become quite a skilled broadcaster already.
Well,
you can do that.
You just look it up.
Yep.
Look it up. Google does everything nowadays.
Well, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
This is DJ Parker, just a freshman. And he rips one into center field. Caught by 6. That's Noah 6 in center. Well, you know, you do your scouting work. Those line drives are not, they are gloved quickly. I mean, what did he have to do, like 3 steps to his right?
Quick off the bat. Let's see who we got here.
This is Aaron Bailey.
Aaron Bailey.
He's also the pitcher for McAdory, facing Carmichael. Right down Eastern Valley Boulevard. Isn't that the street we turn off at 459? Eastern something?
Eastern.
Yeah. Oh, man. Curveball. I thought that was in there, but he's got a better view than I do.
Now, is this Aaron that's committed to Pearl River?
Yes, that's it.
You said Mississippi? In Mississippi?
I guess it's over in Philadelphia, isn't it? In the Pearl River area?
Well, I heard Pearl River, and it made me think that way, so I did hear that.
Boy, that time the curveball does get the plate. Evens count at 2-2.
Oh, my. Sharp hit.
He turned on that a little bit too quick.
His head's up in the dugout.
Bailey is a senior. Batting in the 3 spot. Wow. Struck out 2 of 3. Pretty nice opening for Jackson Carmichael. Inside, swing and a miss. We go to the 2nd inning on Jeff Go Ahead TV.
Welcome to McAdory High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. Check out all the things we have going on right now. It's a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. We are Jeff Co-Ed strong.
So, Tom in second. Leading it off will be Slade Wilson, the first baseman. From the left side.
Oh, got our cameraman. That is.
There he is. Man, it's tough work when you're on top of the dugout with a tripod and a very expensive camera. And that wasn't really a streamer, but it was hitting this direction.
It's right on him.
Here is the 2-2 offering from Bailey.
Here, buddy.
Noah 6 is on deck. Nobody out top of the second. This happened last season. To the belt goes Baylor. 2-0 now. Some chatting going around from the fans and from the dugout. Throw over?
Yep.
Not in time.
Nope.
This is Landon Pickens. I think they might have done a flop with me on their lineup. Upstairs, 3-0. A little breezy. I think it's favoring the hitters. As it appears to be, or feels at my back.
Mm-hmm.
Up, another walk. Yeah, now this will be Slade Wilson. As Derek's going to take a little trip to the mound, bring the infield in. Umpire will get a few fresh baseballs. The umpires will give it a little bit of time, and then they'll just casually stroll out to the mound and say, as he's doing right now, he'll say, all right. And he only got about halfway there. As Olvey trying to get Aaron Bailey to settle down a little bit after 2 consecutive walks. That's a good call, isn't it, from a coach?
Just needs to calm down a little bit.
This hitter is Slade Wilson. He's the first baseman. Runners at first and second, and that did not settle him down.
No.
You got 2 on and nobody out. Hueytown already has a 1-0 lead, trying to add to it. Yeah. Just took him a pitch to settle down. I'll give him that.
It's a lot of pressure, I tell you. Pitchers have a lot of weight on their shoulders.
You are right. Here is the 1-1 delivery from Aaron Bailey. Bunt, and a nice one. Back to the pitcher. Bailey throws over. Second baseman Glover was covering. They handled the bunt well defensively, but the mission was accomplished by advancing both runners into scoring position. Leaves it up to Will Vaughn. You saw a lot of that in softball, didn't you?
I love bunts.
Yeah, me too. Bailey gets the sign from Rouse, which probably comes from the dugout. Just outside. Yeah, I didn't realize this. They've been doing it for 3 years. But catchers are often wearing an earpiece now, aren't they?
Oh, I had no idea.
I think so.
Oh, my.
How advanced we've come in baseball technically. That one got him off the plate. Vaughn, the third baseman, a junior for Hueytown.
Well, that clears up communication, but kind of speeds the game up too, I suspect. If they've got that earpiece in.
Here comes the 2-ball delivery. Caught the outside corner. That's a strike. He pretty much looked like he was taken on that, didn't he? I mean, and as well he should, right? After 2 walks.
I would think I'd be very patient.
Well, he better be sitting on go here.
Not too eager, but now, yep, it needs to be now.
Out of the stretch, Baylor works. 2 in scoring position. Oh, he took a little bit off of that one. Boy, that was a pretty pitch.
Sure was.
I think Will Vaughn was looking for another fastball. Didn't get it. Evens, actually, it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vaughn at the plate with 2 on. Outside. All right, worked him full. Pressure situation for Bailey and for Vaughn. Bailey once again to the belt, out of the stretch. Inside, he drew a walk, and the sacks are full of Golden Gophers, all via the walk. Just 1 out following the sacrifice bunt. And that'll bring up number 1, Zane Barnes, a left fielder and a center, and a senior. Outside. Rouse thought about a throw down to third. Didn't happen. Rouse looks like the catcher for McAdory. He looks like he got dirty in warm-ups.
Catchers, they always do.
Yeah. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Aaron Bailey. Just above the belt and over the plate. 1-1. Bailey trying to work himself out of a jam. He relinquished 1 run back in the top of the first. 1-1 delivery here from Bailey. Oh, Rouse tried to frame it, didn't work. That was pretty close anyway.
That's close.
The lefty. Going to look at a 2-1 pitch here. That one's low. Control issues for Bailey. He's got no place to put Zane Barnes. You know, it's not a real big control issue because he's not missing by much, is he?
No, I mean, I think the first inning had some ups and downs, but he's not missing much on this one. Not in this inning.
Barnes, the 3-1. Oh, that was close too.
My. Okay.
Barnes gets the walk and an RBI. Wow. Sykes 6 scored. So, back to the top of the order with Bronson Moore. He walked and scored. To lead things off, lead this baseball game off. Good look from center field. The first pitch to Moore. Chop foul. Yep. Moore's already managed to get his knickers, as they used to call it a long time ago. Probably 90% of the people don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Those are called breeches, but I don't know what breeches are
Breeches,
either.
nope.
It's pants.
Nope.
Boy, he wanted that one. So now Bailey has jumped ahead in the count. It's 0-2. Bailey trying to get his way out of this jam without relinquishing more than one run. Curveball high. 1-2. Just tried to get him to go fish, didn't he?
He didn't. I would have, but he didn't.
Bailey again as the wind picks up just a little bit. Now it seems to be coming at us.
Oh,
Skied foul.
go.
Where's your car again?
Oh, far away.
Okay.
Far
good.
away.
Boy, that took a massive bounce off the asphalt.
Yeah, the pitcher's doing great. He's not putting it right down the middle, nibbling around.
Right. And that's kind of tough to do when you got bases full of Gophers.
Oh, my, yes. Wild pitch, somebody goes in.
Yeah. Oh, inside. Evens the count at 2-2. This is a pretty short backstop, though, isn't it?
I think it is.
And it's also a brick wall, which means
Yes, so it's
that
rebounds.
ball's coming back in a hurry.
Yep, pitch back.
Moore looking at the 2-2 offering from Aaron Bailey. Whoa! Got him! Moore took a breath, and then he's headed back to the dugout. Well, the ump is in position, but not good for us.
No.
But
We kind of got
trust
a side
me,
angle.
it was a good call and a strike. So now you got a couple of down. And Caleb Chapman, who struck out in his first at-bat.
Oh,
He
straight up.
skies one straight up the sidelaw. Pearsall drifts back. I tell you what, they're very fortunate to have gotten out of that inning
Oh, that was great.
without
No damage.
giving up more than one run. But it is 2-0 Gophers. The Jackets are coming to the plate here on Jeffco Ed TV.
Certainly we need more drivers, but we need folks more than that who want to make a difference.
It's the best job in the world. Bus drivers are doing a tremendous job in receiving kids each day with a smile, sending them home each day with a smile, making a difference in their lives.
Most bus drivers are there to invest in the children as well as to gain an investment for themselves. We're excited that you're interested in being a bus driver trainer. The potential is great about changing lives.
Take me out to the ball game and bring Teddy.
Teddy's a star. Yep.
He's got his own jersey.
He's like, what? What?
What's the dog in the movie again? Mark Wahlberg? What kind of looks like? I don't know.
Been a minute. Couple of minutes.
Carmichael took care of the Yellow Jackets in the order. Strike out in the second inning, Caleb Reed, the third baseman, and a bright gold helmet is going to step into the batter's box. Pretty impressed with Carmichael. I don't think he threw more than a dozen pitches in his first inning. Reed, the third baseman, awaits the delivery from Carmichael. Curveball misses out. It's 1-0.
This is where you really want your offense to step up, take some pressure off your pitcher.
Boy, and
what a hit.
did you call it, Becky Recchi? He just drilled that to left field.
Nice. Let those bats come alive for him.
Barnes gets it in as McAdory gets their leadoff hitter aboard here in the second inning. First hit of the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Caleb Reed will step to the plate. Third baseman.
Oh, straight up.
Straight up. Where's it going?
Left field. Can't see over there.
Barnes.
So caught.
1 out. So Reed singled, and then a pop out. So you got 1 on, 1 out for Matthew. Well, they swapped on me again. It's actually Grayson Glover, the second baseman. And there's another single to left field. Fielded quickly by Barnes. Runner will stay at second. Back-to-back hits off Carmichael. Aaron Robinson will step to the plate. Just a sophomore hitting from the left side. Good position for him as there is a huge gap between second and first. Wouldn't take much more than a pretty well hit ground ball. Couldn't catch up with that fastball. And it's just caught the corner and low. Just right at the knees. That was one of those pitches that probably doing well to foul it off. Here comes the 0-2 upstairs. It appears from his body language that Carmichael is not pleased after giving up singles.
Nope.
Boy, you got a good cut on that. Fouled it straight back.
That's where pressure comes from the pitcher, you know. They put on themselves. They expect to strike everybody out or put the ball in, at least in the hands of his defense to be able to field it. But, you know, as much as they pitch, there's hitters that are swinging that much. They're just going to get a hit. They're going to be hit.
I like the number. Last name Robinson, wearing 42. There's a bounder right back up the middle. Shortstop Moore, gloves, throws to first, scooped, and he got him. What do they call that? Pitcher's best friend?
That's his best buddy today.
So the Jackets get a couple aboard with sharp singles, but in Carmichael bears down as we go to the bottom of the second inning on Jeffco Ed TV.
I always say, once a Leatherman kid, always a Leatherman kid. I've been teaching for 28 years. I love what I do. And so it's nice to hear that you made it in the top 5. Well, first of all, it was super nice to be picked as Teacher of the Year at my school by students and my peers that I work with every day. It's nice for them to see that and say that, hey, we think you should be Teacher of the Year.
Ms. Leatherman makes learning so exciting. And not just in the classroom, but it's prevalent outside the classroom. Her work with parents, her work with students.
Go to the top of the third, not the second. My bad, Becky.
It's all good. Whatever you say, I'm going with it.
Well, don't let that be a hard and fast rule, okay? Aaron Bailey is taking his last couple of warm-ups here. Ariza. Yeah. See? Come on out to the ballpark. That seat's got a little tint to it, doesn't it? Look at the crowd.
It's pretty packed. It's nice. Well, and the schools are close in proximity there, so I guess this is an arch rivalry.
Yeah, and they're in the same area, too, along with Bessemer City. And the Gophers already have a couple of wins in the area. This is the first area game for McAdory. The senior catcher will step to the plate. Bailey delivers down and inside. Ariza grounded to first, but plated a runner. Got the RBI back in the first inning. There's a chopper to third. Reed grabs it, throws, a little high, but a nice stretch by Parker, and one down. So the pitcher will step to the plate. That's Jackson Carmichael. As Ariza was erased 5-3. Carmichael, that one's low. The delivery there from Aaron Bailey. 2-0 as you see on our Jeffco Ed TV scoreboard. Golden Gophers, the visitors, are up. That one's down. Bailey. Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit as Jackson Carmichael gets aboard for the Golden Gophers. So Carmichael reaches first. And even though they're leading 2-0, that was Hueytown's first hit. There have been a lot of walks. This is 6. Throw over. 6 walked in his first plate appearance back in the second. Aaron Bailey, the righty, with a runner on first. That's down. Nice scoop by Rouse. Behind the plate, he throws down to first. Pretty close. Carmichael is back. Unless they put in a pinch runner for him.
They did.
Since he's the pitcher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't see him because of the umpire. Now I can. He gets the lead.
He's gone.
Way to Rouse keeps it in front of him, but no way he's going to get the runner. It bounces into center field, and runner alertly. That's Braylon Towns, who's the pinch runner. He's now in scoring position. There you see it. Fortunately, the runner was not able, fortunately for the Yellow Jackets, was not able to advance. So it's 2 on, 1 on, 2-0 count, and 1 out for Noah Six at the plate. There's a strike. 2-1. Boy, it's hard not to comment on the weather.
It is. It's beautiful.
Perfect. It is. Still no clouds. 6, looking at a 2-1. That's in there. And 6 knew it. Carmichael is at second. Actually, Carmichael got the base hit. He is not at second. There's a pinch runner there, Braylon Towns. And here comes the 2-2 from Bailey. That one's low. Run it full.
You know, Matt, I know it's fundamental, but I was watching that runner, and he was going to go to third, because that ball was missed.
Right.
But he looked at his coach, and his coach held him up. And it's just those little things to me, because they want to take him. They just want to keep running. He looked at coach. Coach held him up. He went back, saved the day, or saved that
Yeah,
play.
I think you'd been thrown out.
Oh, absolutely.
Hit the third, checks the runner.
Nice check.
Nice play by Reed over to Parker, 2 outs.
Good fundamental there.
Well, you expect both from these two coaches, don't you?
You do. I was just thinking that, Both of them in their descriptions is like, we just work hard. We work on the fundamentals.
That'll bring up Landon Pickens. He laid down a nice sacrifice bunt earlier in the day. Outside, it's 1-0.
I do think it's neat that Coach Ovey was coached under Coach Chandler. They have the same upbringing, the coach and player playing against each other.
I think the same is true for the head coach at Oak Grove. I think he played for Chandler, too. Billy's been around a while.
I was going to say, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I was thinking it.
But you want to talk about big spikes to feel. He replaced Rick Patterson.
When he
893 wins until we lost him just a few years ago. Great coach, great man.
Coach Chandler said he was probably around for 600 of those wins.
There's a looper into center. They'll
in.
send Towns, and he will score standing. Way to go.
Quick.
Base hit Hueytown. They're now up 3-0. Pickens is showing off his skills as he dumped that one into right center field. Had a perfect sacrifice bunt in his earlier at-bat. As Towns, the pinch runner, scored. And stepping up is Slade Wilson, the first baseman. It's a cool first name, isn't it? Slade.
I like it.
There's a strike. Delivery by Aaron Bailey.
I think Coach wanted his player to come in sliding. That was a very close play.
Probably a message sent, don't you think, when he got back to the dugout? Did you hear it?
Yeah. I think you'll hear it when he comes across.
He takes a little off of it, does Bailey, and he jumps ahead in the count 0-2. There's a look at Wilson. Tall, thin guy, huh?
He is.
And Bailey will take his time on occasion, doesn't he? Will he? Won't he? When you get it.
He is now. He's a nice target.
Yeah, it's a big
defense,
strike zone.
That's nice.
Good point. There's a great look at the lead on first. That's Pickens.
Going.
Oh, he was not catching up with that one at all as Wilson goes down, and we go to the bottom of the third inning here on Jeffco Ed TV.
There are 3 courses that I teach and that the kids will take to be a completer of the academy. The first one is Principles of Biomedical Science. The second one is Human Body Systems. And the third one is Medical Interventions.
I believe the Biomedical Academy offers opportunities for you to kind of determine if the medical field is something you want to pursue. It covers phlebotomy, it covers parts in marine biology, it covers forensics, it gives you a whole scope.
Their skills have grown and the love for the class, and to see that they want to accomplish and actually go on to the medical field.
Becky Recchi along with Matt Coulter set to bring you more on Jeffco Ed TV as McAdory will come to the plate. With the help of a double play in the last inning, Jackson Carmichael has cruised along. There's that gold helmet again. Could be a different one, I guess. Swing and a miss by Will Schmidt, the sophomore right fielder. He just looks like a ball player, doesn't he? Kind of got a good,
thick.
stocky. Yeah,
Mhm.
thick's a good word.
Good thick. Uh-oh.
Nubbed
No.
foul. I mean, he almost hit that off the end of the bat, literally.
It's like a pool stick.
That's a pitch that I'm sure Carmichael will throw again. Looks like an off-speed curveball. That's inside. 1-2. You know, every time I drive over to McAdory, and it's been many times in my life, there's one person I think of, and probably that's checked foul. Well, he's not made good contact. He has made contact, though.
That is.
I mean, you just think about Bo, don't you? I mean, the minute you get off the interstate and you see that Yellow Jacket sign.
I did. I thought that myself.
Yep, the football field is over the right field fence.
Ooh,
there is
straight
a fly ball deep center. 6 will drop back. Oh, he misjudged it. Then he has to come back and makes a diving catch. Wow. That was quite interesting.
Wow.
Let's take another look here. See, he really thinks he's got a bead on it, and then whoopsie daisy. You don't think he'll get any grief in the dugout for that, do you?
If he'd have dropped it, absolutely.
If he'd have dropped it, yeah, you bet.
No, that was just a highlight. Do they still have that sign, home of Bo Jackson, on the football field?
You know, I did a football game 6 months ago, and I don't know. They do. See, there's that's down the left field line, and that's down. But Barnes gets over in a hurry. I really like his play in left because Schmidt could have made the turn. You know, you kind of had a feeling after the 2 nubbed foul balls that guy was going to hit it to the opposite field, don't you think?
A little late. Yep.
You go with that?
I think that's a good call. Makes sense.
Second hit of the game for the Yellow Jackets as they're trying to erase that donut. Ball. Fisher Scott is the junior left fielder at the plate. Looking at the offering from Carmichael. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Pearsall will be next. The leadoff hitters, you go to the top of the order with McAdory. Throw over. Schmidt back. He's actually gone to the top of the order with Sawyer Pearsall here. And he chops one foul. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Right-handed hitter. With a runner at first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, left side. That's cleanly through for a base hit. Barnes will scoop it. 2 on for the Yellow Jackets here with 1 out in the third. Back to the number 2 hitter. DJ Parker, just a freshman, first baseman. Just a freshman. A lot of baseball in Parker's future, huh?
That's nice. That's nice for him and the coach. They can get to know each other.
Well,
after 3 years.
Fouled back towards the buses. Did you manage to come in here right before the buses left? Because that can be quite a mess.
I saw the buses, all of them. There was a gazillion.
And it just seemed like they must have had 20,
but they've
maybe
got
more.
A well-oiled machine there on Carline with the police and all. It was quick coming through. Gave the buses priority so they could get on their route. I
as
love
they
it.
should.
I used to be a bus driver, so I like
Did you
when they-
now? What a cool thing. I didn't know that. We
It's a
must
company
discuss.
Car. Company car. You just take a whole bunch of people with you to work.
So you did the two school and back?
Oh, yes, sir. Parked it in my front yard.
Are you kidding me?
Sure.
That's awesome. So when you give somebody directions to your house, you just say, all right, take a left and look for a school bus?
Right. And my husband's bus is there, too, or was there, too.
You both drove.
His and hers.
You're kidding me.
He's
That
the one
is
that talked me
and
into
both of
it.
you coached, right?
Yes. So we've kind of
Well, y'all spent a
similar
lot of time
careers.
together, didn't you?
Yes. Yes. And we're still together, so that's good.
Got him. Well, just when you think you've got Carmichael on the ropes, throws a pitch like that. 2-0, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Aaron Bailey, to face Jackson Carmichael.
Now this is where he can help himself out. Get himself on.
There's the delivery. Froze him with an off-speed pitch. Bailey. Oh, it's a pretty curveball. It's kind of weakens your knees, doesn't it? Here's a delivery to the senior. That's upstairs, and it had a lot of giddy up on it, too.
That catcher was a workhorse there. Saved it.
Well, that's your Venezuelan guy, right?
It is.
That
It
is
is. I like him.
Jose Ariza.
Foul.
Just got a piece of it. 2 strikes. And the ball.
You see it hit that wall. Went right back to the catcher. Shot off that wall.
This may be, and I think I'm including softball too, the shortest backstop area. And the pitch. Upstairs with the curveball won't go. Bailey struck out in his first appearance. Trying to erase that with a 2-2 pitch from Carmichael. Boy, that was tough to lay off, wasn't it?
Good control. Golly. Yes. All right. We're full up. 2 outs.
And here comes the delivery from Jackson Carmichael. Chop foul. Runners will circle their upcoming base, jog back. The number 3 hitter, Aaron Bailey. He's given up 3 runs, and he would like to help that cause out. Oh, nice backhanded scoop. Wasn't just a backhand by Ariza. And Caleb Reed will step up. He singled in his first at-bat. So bases are loaded. And an opportunity for McAdory. As there is a major meeting on the mound there. Rouse is on deck, the catcher for McAdory. Looking at Caleb Reed, a senior third baseman. He'll step into the box. And he is sitting pretty, isn't he? He's 1 for 1, and he could go 2 for 2. They could plate a couple of Yellow Jackets. Carmichael out of the windup. Boy, a nice little breaking ball, wasn't it? He just looks like the kind of guy that can give the ball a ride. Fouls that off, no. He's down in the count, 0-2. Tough pitch from an ace like Jackson Carmichael is on the way. Probably try and get him to fish, but can't be too wild with it. Upstairs, he got out of another jam, didn't he? Wow. Hey, let's go to the fourth on Jeffco Ed TV. There's a strikeout.
There are 3 courses that I teach and that the kids will take to be a completer of the academy. The first one is Principles of Biomedical Science, the second one is Human Body Systems, and the third one is Medical Interventions.
I believe the Biomedical Academy offers opportunities for you to kind of determine if the medical field is something you want to pursue. It covers phlebotomy, it covers parts in marine biology, it covers forensics, it gives you a whole scope.
Their skills have grown and the love for the class, and to see that they want to accomplish and actually go on to the medical field.
Yeah. Back in my day, we practiced almost every day. We didn't play a game. Never on Sunday. But you can believe this. We had coaches in our league that didn't have sons on their team, or in the league even.
Wow.
They just did it because they love the game.
They love it. That's neat. That's neat.
And that'll bring up left fielder Zane Barnes. Impressed with his glove. Walked in his first at-bat. Zane Barnes, he's a senior.
Wait, have they ever able to see the bullpen?
Batting at the bottom of the order. And here comes the
1-0. I thought so. Oh, I was already pointing.
Barnes with the 2-0.
That's a tough one. I wouldn't think so. I mean, there's how they grip the ball, for these different pitches, and then all of a sudden they've got to throw it to first. And you got to hurry up, and he's in motion. That's a lot on him. I hate that for him. It does.
Here we go, Bronson. Here we go. Come on. Let's go to work here, 3. Come on.
That's low. 2-0. Gophers are threatening once again. I think they have scored in every frame. A run. See if they're going to try and do it here in the fourth. Bailey delivers. Down. Nice stop by Rouse. Barnes thought about it, but I'm sure he got a quick stop sign from Chandler. Back in the box goes Bronson Moore, looking for more for the Golden Gophers. And a pitch from Bailey. That is in there for a strike. 3-1. Pretty much guarantee you Moore was taken all the way, and I think he'll be cautious here. But if it's close, Moore will go with it. That one's outside. He walked him. Another walk. That makes 2 for Moore. So Barnes is at first and Moore. Barnes is at second and Moore is at first. As we get a little gust of wind over here. The number 2 hitter is Caleb Chapman. 0 for 2. Umpire stepped out. Did a ball come in from another field or something, or did he just want to stretch his leg? I'm not real sure.
I think it was time again. Just stepped out.
Chapman popped to short, caught looking in his first at-bat. That's low. He framed it. Nice job, Matthew Rouse. As I'm not sure that was a strike. That looked kind of low. And believe me, these are observations. They are not criticism. I wouldn't get behind that plate.
No.
Did you ever umpire? Even a little bit?
Not softball. Not softball, baseball. No, sir. I officiate volleyball, but not these.
Upstairs. 1-1. Bailey trying to wiggle his way out of another jam here. Just 1 out and 2 on. And here comes the 1-1 pitch from Bailey. Funny little chant you hear. That's low. It's 2-1. Boy, Bailey has looked at a few bases loaded situations so far in this game.
It's been tough.
2-1, and I imagine Chapman's not going to take, but he's going to be very careful about what he cuts at. Oh, that was. Well, just when you think Bailey might be losing a little bit, he comes up with a pitch like that, and he's not lost anything. That was just that's the one that, buckles your knees. Curveball right at the waist. Here comes the 2-2 from Bailey. Might see that pitch again. Nope. Inside. You sending them? Are you? You sending the runners?
No.
You're not? You're more of a station-to-station person?
Well, we got one out. Why force it? You're not needing runs. You're in the lead already. So.
Great point.
Let's see what happens.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Aaron Bailey and the Yellow Jackets. That'll bring up number 3 hitter, Jose Ariza, catcher and center fielder. Catcher and senior, I should say. stretch with 2 on. There is a beautiful curveball. I think he's thrown that pitch about 3 or 4 straight times, and Golden Gophers have not been able to handle him. Barnes at second. He reached on an error, and Moore just not out. Chapman. Chapman is actually at first. All right, the Jose. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're very talkative, that dugout. I'm telling you, they got a lot of energy going on.
Bailey with a chance to get out of the jam with an 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Jose fouled it directly back. He'd like to have that pitch again. But I'll bet he's not going to get the same one. Thinking Bailey may come back to the curveball. And I'm thinking Ariza knows that. Here comes the 0-2. Bailey delivers. Right back up the middle, off the glove, tag second. Nice play at short by Sawyer Pearsall. And I'm not sure that wouldn't have just snuck into center field had he not gotten a glove on it. He misdirected it, right? He directed it.
I think it was great. Maybe where he was placed in the beginning.
Well, and Bailey gets out of the jam. So we will continue with more from McAdory on Jeffco Ed TV.
As a teacher, people say you're teaching the student, but to be very honest, these students teach us a lot.
So someone asked earlier, do I put my toothpick inside the feature or beside it?
For my class for civics, my goal is for them to be responsible citizens when they leave this classroom and to be well informed. Teaching isn't an I, teaching is a we. So to be able to represent my school, to be able to represent my county, it is so exciting. It's an amazing journey.
Ms. Brooks is going to bring her level of expertise, and she pushes herself. She professionally develops. She wants to strengthen her skill set to meet an ever-changing student.
You create a bond with these students as though they're like your children. They're my kids.
The bottom of the 4th inning, you see the score on Jeffco Ed TV as the Golden Gophers lead it by a score of 3-0. And kind of in a nutshell, they hadn't been able to touch up Jackson Carmichael yet.
Nope.
He is their ace for a reason, right?
That's right. That's right.
Good crowd. They're your seniors. McAdory has a bunch of them.
Feels like McAdory's just nibbling. They're about to open things up. The coach hasn't made a pitching change. I still believe in him, you know. So, and he's settled in. They happen with these golden helmets. Maybe they're gold because of Notre Dame. Think he's
because their coach went to Notre Dame?
Sure.
They do have that feel. At the plate, Matthew Rouse, the catcher. That one's inside at the knees. Just about not hittable. There's the 0-1. Well, it was a nice snag behind the plate by Ariza. So it's 1-1. Rouse, strike.
So this is where Coach Ovey calls Matthew Rouse the General. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good nickname.
Fouled back. Ball and a strike, and that one's upstairs. So now it's 2-2. Well, you can certainly tell Rouse from any other player. Boy, he took that one. Golly, Carmichael's a pretty good pitcher. May I make an understatement here?
No, sir. Proof's in the pudding there. He just showed it again.
Yeah, Sneed going to get one. See where we got Carmichael's going to East Mississippi Community College. I believe that's in my favorite town in Mississippi. It's called Scuba. Is that right? Scuba? It's just across the Alabama border, I think. Now, there are a bunch of community colleges, but I could be in error.
Tons of them.
Larry Grayson Glover. Swing and a miss. The junior second baseman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Upstairs, 3-1. You kind of got to live up to your last name if you're Glover, don't you?
Oh.
That'll run the count to full at 3-2.
Oh.
Line shot foul. All right, Glover with another 3-2. Nice stop, Ariza. Bottom of the 4th, Gophers up 3-0. A little outside, huh? Two and 0. Ariza wants to have a
Makes me curious.
boy, there is a shot into the gap, right center field. Moving over to put a glove on it is 6. And a double will put 2 in scoring position for the McAdory Yellow Jackets, and a nice double off the bat of Robinson. So he goes from hitting into a double play to doubling.
So the race is the first.
Glover went to 3rd. So 2 on and just 1 out. And that'll bring up Will Schmidt, the right fielder. He singled in his first at-bat and was left stranded. Best opportunity to score a run here for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, he wanted that fastball. I think he took maybe just a little off of it. Schmidt didn't get it, though. And he'll look at an 0-1 offering. Carmichael.
Oh.
That one's fouled down the left field line. Out of play, I think. I know it's out of sight.
Out of sight, out of mind. It passed Clayton, so I think we're good.
Here's where Carmichael just hits another switch. He's gotten runners on earlier in the game, but it has not allowed a run. Excuse me. Upstairs, 1 and 2. And, you know, he works pretty quick, too. He's already in his windup. The 1-2. That one's fouled back. Well, bless you. Pollen.
'Tis the season.
Schmidt looking at a 1-2 pitch. Carmichael trying to get out of a jam with 2 in scoring position. Up and away. And Schmidt's going to step out. The sophomore right fielder. 1 for 1. That's a good take right there. All right. Runners at second and third. Just one down and a full count for Will Schmidt. Hitting from the left side. Fouled back over us. I don't think that one made the lot. All right. Full count. Boy, this is really good baseball here. He's got a pretty good gap between first and second. Here's the payoff pitch. He swings and misses. Strikeout for Carmichael. Boy, how big is that, Becky Recchi?
That was big.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Fisher Scott, with 2 outs, 2 on. I've got him with 6 strikeouts.
Oh.
It's fouled back. Got a pretty good piece of it. Fisher Scott, the left fielder, the junior, hits from the left side of the plate. He'll look at an 0-1 offering from Jackson Carmichael.
Uh-oh.
Line drive, little looper.
It's down.
It's down. 1 Yellow Jacket will score. That's Glover. Robinson will go to third. A 2-out. Kind of a blooper off the end of the, hit them where they ain't. That's what I've always heard.
Sure.
So now they got runners
strategy
at the corners. Robinson's at third. Scott is at first. Back to the top of the order with one of the best players on this ball field. That's Sawyer Pearsall. He's 1 for 2. He singled in his last at-bat but was stranded at second. 385 on the year. Curveball misses low. He has a couple of homers, and I think we've mentioned a couple of times he's headed to Snead. Here comes the 1-0. Chop foul. 1-1. Did you have a nice Easter?
I did. Family, food. The food was amazing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It is. Nice, relaxing day.
Faith first, but then
Absolutely.
your food, your family, and then your food. How about that?
How about yours?
Great. Got to see family. Went to bed early.
We just finished leftovers yesterday.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you can't ham and squash casserole and.
Oh, I told on myself back at the beginning of the show that I didn't take my wife's advice about shaving. I'm already in the doghouse. Says, you know what I did?
Oh, no.
Let's see what this pitch does. Foul back. We were eating at her mother's house, and we were taking go plates,
Yes.
Yeah. My wife had made these go plates, and there was containers and all this. Well, I just proceeded to put every container, all the go plates, in our go bag. We got to the house and emptied it on the counter and said, Matt, you took all of their food. Line drive, short, glove by Moore.
Nice.
So, I was.
You took all the to-go plates?
Well, there were 3, but some of them were just in containers. I'll finish up this boring story on the other side of the break. You're watching Jeff Go Ed TV with stories about Easter.
Welcome. We are Hueytown High. Every day is a great day to be a Golden Gopher. We are Jeff Coed Strong.
I've been blessed enough to have jumped on board with Jeff Coed TV pretty much in its infancy. It's just, it's just a blast to do these games. Yeah, I just want to thank the county superintendent, who's the superintendent of the world, isn't he?
Yes.
He is, in my opinion.
Yes,
I mean,
he
I
is
know
the
he's been rated at the top in the United States,
Yes.
but he was instrumental in putting this thing together. But when we see some of the, call them ads, promos for the individual schools, some of these structures are just, do they have high schools like that when you were young?
Oh, gosh, no.
We just had we had a lot of red brick, you know?
Now, these schools look like junior colleges,
I agree.
if not beyond. And what they offer is incredible.
Well, I mean, yeah, because now they've got that new upper level school over there near Fultondale that they built, right? And that's, I guess, for the smartest of the smartest of the smart. What do you go from that school to the Ivy League?
I don't know. I can tell you, I did not go to that school.
No. Ours was a red brick, not like a little red brick schoolhouse, but there's a strike. As leading it off is Jason Carmichael, the pitcher. Singled and scored, grounded out, so he is 1 for 2. Would like to get things started here for the Golden Gophers. That's down. 1-1. Good ball player right here. Checks his swing foul.
Coach Chandler just walked by, and he's been there at Hueytown. He said 26 years.
Wow, what a tribute.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
26
years for one
years.
school. That's real neat. A lot of loyalty.
That's how long it took me to get through college. Checks his swing, does Carmichael.
Did you get 1 degree or several in 27 years?
I was lucky to get my one and get out of there. I had to finish in correspondence, which you could do, actually you could do that back then. There's just missed outside. What about you?
How many years?
No, it
What's
didn't
the
take you
question?
26 years to go to college.
No.
How about you? What degree? How many degrees do you have?
Oh, I did physical education K through 12.
That's enough.
So, and that took care of if I wanted to teach high school, middle, or elementary.
Okay.
So, and I did them all. So, at some time in my career.
Carmichael facing his counterpart, Aaron Bailey, and a full count awaits the senior. Just cut the corner inside, and Carmichael knew it.
I don't know which side of the fence you're going to be on this, but I did get my master's at Tennessee.
I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for your reaction.
I will.
Is this
The
it for us?
reaction
Are we
is
done?
not airworthy.
We're done. I can tell.
Did you really? You went to UT?
I did. I got my master's in physical education there. I sure did.
I think most of my thoughts on Tennessee are involving football, so I'll check you. You're all right with it.
Okay.
Like you really need my approval.
Well, no, my son graduated from Alabama. Does
Okay.
That
All right. You're
help
trying
you?
to even things out. That's
Yeah,
good.
Daughter graduated UAB, so we're back local.
Chapman is your hitter. Now, let's check that. Hitter is 6. Walked and grounded out, so he's 0 for 1. Is the senior center fielder and a good ball player.
Ooh.
There's a fly ball. That's going to get into the gap.
Oh, it is.
Left fielder gets over quickly, though. Fisher Scott fields it, holds him to a single, and the ball is just kind of rolling through the infield. That was a nice piece of hitting. Landon Pickens will step up. 1 on, 1 out. top of the 5th, cruising along here at McAdory High School. Pickens had the sack bunt and the single, so he's 1 for 1. And here comes Aaron Bailey. That got the corner. Good pitch. So it's 0-1 as Bailey will try and bear down. He has allowed a runner or 2 or 3. And 3 runs. He's still fighting away. Somebody has reached every inning. In fact, last inning was the first time that the Gophers did not score. Quick throw over. Parker makes the low stab, tosses it back to Bailey. Landon Pickens, just a sophomore, hits in the DH. Taking his time is Bailey. Inside. Ball. 1-1. Three to 1, you see on our Jeffco Ed TV scoreboard. Golden Gophers leading the Yellow Jackets at McAdory. And Pickens will get the 1-1. That one's low. Rouse with a nice grab. 3-1. And Hueytown's trying to add to it. Here comes the 2-1 from Aaron Bailey, who has just been scrappy. Outside. 3-1. Not a place you want to put yourself in. 3-1, down 3-1. Stepping back in, the designated hitter Pickens. There's another throw over. Pretty decent lead by 6. Throw over again. I think Bailey is aware that that guy's a threat to steal, huh?
I think so.
Throw back. All right, here's the 3-1 pitch and a key one for Bailey. He just missed and he walked him. So 2 Gophers are aboard. 6 will go to second. Pickens will take first. And the tall one, Slade Wilson, will go to the plate. From the belt, Bailey. That one's down, and a nice stop by Rouse. Had that gotten past him, I'm pretty sure they'd advanced.
Oh, absolutely.
Even with the short backstop. Slade Wilson. He's looking at a 2-1. 1-2. Rouse tried to frame it, didn't work. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hueytown trying to add to the 3-1 lead. Short lead at second by 6. There's a curveball in for a strike. That'll even the count at 2-2. Teddy, our favorite dog, is
He's going
giving you
down.
another look. Isn't he?
He's looking at those eyes.
Yeah, he is about to go
She
down.
keeps petting my ears. I'm gone.
Bailey, the 2-2 to Wilson. It's going to go full. I'll ask you again. I think I'll get the same answer. You sending them? Are you sending
Nope.
them? Nope.
What would you do? You send them?
I'd send them here.
Yes.
Yep. I'll press the issue a little bit with just one out.
Well, you can make things happen.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, what do you got to lose?
And you know, I
You're
don't
not
know.
behind.
I don't know the hitter well enough to really make that judgment. There's a strike. Well, I thought it was 3-2. Obviously, I was wrong. The scoreboard had 3-2. We had 3-2.
Well, something was.
But Blue did not.
No.
Here's Wilson. One strike. 3-2 count. Bailey checks the runner, delivers. Inside, call strike on Slade Wilson. And not a bigger pitch in this game than that one right there. Watch Aaron Bailey. Yeah, that's 3-2. Got to be taking a cut at that. But even if he had, I'm not sure he could have gotten a bat on it because that was just such an outstanding pitch. And we got a meeting on the mound, and I believe Bailey may have hit his pitch count or something, right?
Could have. That's what Coach was talking about earlier. They have to really watch their pitch count. So that may be what it is because he's doing all he can do now. He's warmed up and ready to go. Unless he's just giving him a little break.
Well, it'd be an odd place, in my opinion. Now, who am I to question Derek Olvey? But after that big pitch, momentum and everything.
What do you got to say? Good job.
Yep.
Do it again.
All right. Will Vaughn, the third baseman, will step up. He is hitless. He did walk, though. Here's 1-5, the junior third baseman, with 2 outs now, and 2 on for the Golden Gophers. Check swing on the curveball. Straight back into the net. I'm impressed with Bailey. He's had some control issues and a few walks, but they're still just down 3-1.
Yes. It's doable. Time left.
Vaughn has squared to bunt. First and third are coming in, particularly first. DJ Parker could read his neck size. There's a strike. So there you go, 0-2. As Aaron Bailey, for the second straight inning, is going to try and battle things out and not allow the Golden Gophers to score. Hueytown leads it 3-1. And here comes the 0-2 from Aaron Bailey. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Boy, 2 huge strikeouts from Aaron Bailey. As we'll go to the 6th on Jeff Coed TV.
Welcome to McAdory High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. Check out all the things we have going on right now. It's a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. We are Jeff Coed strong.
All right, I'll finish the Easter story. There were 2 go plates in the kitchen, and next to them were 3 containers And when there was so much food, I just thought they were all for us.
Of course, of course.
I got home. My wife said, "You realize you took their leftovers." So I felt very, very bad about it.
Did you take them back?
Well, they
You
live
kept
in
'em.
Gadsden.
Oh, well, you can't take them back. You
Well,
just
my
got
wife
to keep
was
them.
about ready to. And then I sent my mother-in-law a text, and I said, "I'm sorry I stole all your food."
Oh.
She said, "Well, I knew you were hungry, but I didn't know you were that hungry."
Hey, you just tell her the food was so good.
Yeah.
It was
Should've
so
called-
good for your
should've
soul.
called you for advice
Yes.
on stealing food on Easter.
Yes.
First baseman.
My next question will be, what food in particular did you
Okay, there
steal?
was sweet potatoes, cream
Done.
corn,
Oh.
and she made a big pot roast with the carrots and the potatoes. So. But I ate well for the next couple of days.
Hey, you tell your wife you
I
did that
think-
for her so she didn't have to cook.
I think
You were just thinking of her.
I've gotten out of the doghouse. But swing and a miss. That's Ariza will throw it down to Wilson. But I guarantee you, for the rest of my life, when we always go to her house for dinner on Easter. That will be brought up every single year.
Yep.
Until I pass on. And rightfully so, I guess. All right, one out. We go to the pitcher, Aaron Bailey. He got a lot on that. Lost controls on low and outside. Bailey walked and struck out. He did
Nope.
not go.
Nope,
You didn't think so from here either.
I didn't.
Good call then. Because I'm agreeing with both of you. Carmichael delivers. Big curveball up. – 3-0. Jackets like to play another run or two. Oh, he walked him. That's not Carmichael-like, was it?
Nope. It is not. They're going to send a runner.
Caleb Reed, third baseman, will step in.
Oh, no. They're going to keep him.
Reed, 1 for 2. Now 0-1. Pretty impressed with Carmichael, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
He's their ace for a reason. There is a fly ball,
Wow.
center field.
Wow.
6 is going back. 6 is going to watch.
Oh.
What a bomb! Caleb
Oh, my.
Reed just tattooed that one. Wow, what a shot. And we are all tied. How about that?
What a game.
That was a monster hit. So Bailey scores after the walk. Couple of RBIs as Rouse comes to the plate. You know, I didn't think that was carrying as much until I just saw it. Actually, until I read 6, the center fielder.
Oh, yeah.
Because then he, you know, when you kind of just let up, you don't throw your arms up, but you just. It's one of those things, having played a little outfield, you know, it's probably time to just give up on it.
Uh-oh.
There is a slow roller to second. Pitcher over, covering Carmichael. Great play in the throw from Chapman. You know, you were talking earlier about how both of these coaches, in our notes, and we know personally, are just really sound on fundamentals.
Yes.
That is about as fundamental as it gets.
That's great.
You know?
It's great, yes.
You got to cover if you're the pitcher. And that'll bring up Grayson Glover, the second baseman.
I just bet they practiced that a time or two, you know?
That's what spring training's for. And you go over it and over it and over it. And you still see, even at the major leagues, you'll see one forget. You know, if I could just frame your look that you just gave me, I would say, hey, you know what? That lady just saw the pitcher not cover first.
I just had a flashback. That's all. I was
Oh, you did?
Oh,
gosh.
Like, that's when you just hang your head.
There's a fly ball right field. Kelly gives chase towards the line.
Oh.
He can't gather it in. Glover into second standing, and now how the tables has turned.
Woo.
As Robinson will come up with a runner in scoring position. Should they plate Glover, they could take the lead.
Up.
Yep.
Meeting on the mound.
You know, if I were a real tough scorer, I'd give that an error. But he was running
Full
pretty
out.
full speed.
He was.
And plus, he's looking, and I always take this into account, he's looking right back into the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's getting closer to setting. The lower it gets, the more it's in his eyes.
It's dead on.
Now,
That's right.
So, plus, I want to give Glover a double anyway. So, there are two reasons.
There you go.
Little chat here and there. Aaron Robinson. You know, think about that. I commented on him wearing 42. And
pink
last
gloves.
name Robinson. Yeah, I got to think that's a breast cancer deal, don't you? Maybe so. But anyway, and his first name is Aaron, my favorite baseball player ever. So, I mean, he's got it covered, doesn't he?
He's got the legacy going.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Oh, look at
He
that.
hits a line drive into the gap in left center. Coming over and making a running stop. I'd like this guy. Making the running stab is Zane Barnes, and we are all tied at 3. Take a look at this as we go to break. Kid's got a glove, some wheels. You're watching Jeff Go Ahead TV.
Certainly we need more drivers, but we need folks more than that who want to make a difference.
It's the best job in the world. Bus drivers are doing a tremendous job in receiving kids each day with a smile, sending them home each day with a smile, making a difference in their lives.
Most bus drivers are there to invest in the children as well as to gain an investment for themselves. We're excited that you're interested in being a bus driver trainer. The potential is great about changing lives.
Following the blast from Reed, we are all tied, and we got a new pitcher. I believe
we do.
Did Parker come over from first? No, that's Robinson. We were just talking
Robinson,
about it.
yes. Pink.
Yep. And he's a lefty. Pretty good control I see on the warm-ups. 3-3, top of the 6th. Well, you got a lefty, can hit. I don't guess he was necessarily robbed, but it took an outstanding play to get Robinson out
That was
to
an
end that
outstanding play.
part of the inning. All right. We go to the bottom of the order. Leading off in this inning is Zane Barnes, the left fielder, and a senior. As the Yellow Jackets will gather at the mound. We'll get some defensive changes here. I guess the only change really is Aaron Bailey leaves and another Aaron takes over. That's easier for my score sheet. First pitch outside. Barnes has walked and reached on an error. Holds back on that one, evens the count. Actually goes to 2-0. Here's the lefty, the delivery. That's got the corner. Got to get that first one. Out of the windup. Chop towards first. Parker charges, steps easily on the bag. One out in a hurry. Yeah, I've seen a lot of baseball, but I'm really not sure I've ever seen a pitcher wear sunglasses. Do you notice that? Is that?
He's got a swag going on. I like it.
And he's got the hat sitting way up on top of his head. I like the way
he's got his own thing going on there. I like it.
Takes a little off, misses away. As we're back to the top of the order with Bronson Moore walking a couple of strikeouts. Just a sophomore to shortstop. Had a good cut on that one.
Pitch
that
back.
one bounces back to Rouse, and you give it back to the umpire. Umpire, give them a good grade today. They've been consistent and accurate, both.
Whoop.
Nice stop by Rouse. 3-1 now. As Hueytown, with one out, would like to get more on and break the tie. They've led the entire game. Oh, call strike. You know, did you see what he did, which was very, very cool? He looked at the umpire and said, that's on me.
Yeah, you don't want to show him up.
No, you don't. There is a foul ball, right field line.
I'm glad that's probably taught, I would think.
It's another one of those kind of, sort of fundamentals.
I think so.
Or maybe it's
That's
just a major
part
fundamental.
of it. Yes. I don't know if it's taught every place, you know.
I don't know.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. No. Moore hits a drive, left field, giving chase, back at the wall. Dropped by Scott, although he would have made a heck of a catch. He got a glove on it. We've got a replay here. So, check it out.
Oh, he was going hard at it.
He was hard, but that ball was scalded, to be very honest with you.
That was something.
So, Moore with a one-out double, and that'll bring up Caleb Chapman, who's due. He's 0 for 3, the senior second baseman.
You scored that E or no?
No, that's a hit all the way,
right.
don't you think?
I do.
Whoops. Well, somebody didn't like it. Something.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Chippy.
Well, I'm sure you can hear on our microphones. What is this travel ball? And here we go. That's ball. 1-0 to Chapman. That was a strike, I guess. 0-1, my bad. To the belt goes Robinson. The lefty will deliver. Took a little off of it. Nice stop by Rouse to hold the runner at second. It's the 1-1. Foul back. It'll be 1-2. That one got your car.
Oh.
Boy, I hope I wasn't.
I hope
I didn't have ESPN.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
Thank you. Guy's got a Broncos hat on. Bo Nix fan, I guess.
Maybe. Uh-oh.
Oh, a little awkward.
Going to center field. I was like, oh, my.
I mean, he did like a ballet pirouette, didn't he?
Guess you got to spin yourself around.
All right. Robinson ahead in the count, 1-2. Gophers trying to get ahead if we have a stoppage in play from Blue. It is pretty cool. The football stadium literally is. Press box is dead center and the field is the right. It's just nice to look at it. Here comes Aaron Robinson in relief of Bailey. The 1-2. What? I guess he just kind of didn't like the way things were going right there, did he?
I don't know.
Chapman's your hitter with a runner in scoring position, tie 3-3. Just missed outside, and boy, did Robinson want that. And I think the homestanding crowd wanted it as well. 2-2. Now we're getting a little razz from the fans, huh?
Yes.
Moore is at second. That was hit
straight
up the pipe. It is in play. Rouse gives chase. Coming over is Parker.
Wow.
Huge play. Kind of drifted back towards the field of play, didn't it?
It did. I thought it was heading to the dugout, but no.
All right, 2 outs. Moore with the 1-out double is aboard, and now you're just going to get what I call a tough out right here, and Jose Ariza, the catcher. He has put the ball in play 3 times, but nothing to show for it. Maybe that changes. That is hit scalded into center field. Giving chase, tossing it back in, and Hueytown has regained the lead as Bronson Moore's double comes through. We're going to check to see who's in center field because Robinson came in from center to pitch. Oh, Bailey went. That makes it easy. They just swapped positions. I kind of called it, you know. Ariza, just such a good player. Now Carmichael, the pitcher, the cleanup hitter. That one's low. So 4-3 Hueytown. They led except for what, half an inning? Runner goes. And in sliding, I should say, but no throw. There you see. Carmichael, hitter's pitch at 2-0. Fly ball, right field line. Schmidt going over. Schmidt just in front of the bullpen, cannot make the play. So, counts 2-1 with 2 out. And another runner in scoring position. That is Ariza. Or you can substitute for the catcher, and they may have slipped one by me.
They did.
Carmichael. God, what a good pitch. He took a lot off of it. So Carmichael with a 2-2 count. There's a ground ball right side. Gloved by Parker. Not in time. Can't throw over. Robinson didn't get over quickly enough. And runner advances to third. So runners at the corner with Hueytown, who's regained a 4-3 lead and trying to do some more damage. All right, Coach. Infield single. I mean, you can't really give an A on judgment, can you?
No. I mean,
that's an infield hit, right?
It has to be.
All right. Glad we got that settled. Carmichael is now.
There's no play. Goodness.
Noah 6 steps in. He is 1 for 2. A walk and a single and a ground out.
Oh, he
Got past. Boy, that just bounded off the brick, didn't it? And honestly, didn't Matthew Rouse need his chest protector for the ball when it came back? It looked like it hit him right square in the numbers. Maybe not. But the lefty will step back in. 1-0 count from Robinson. Oh, on the outside corner, Robinson got the call he wanted just a batter ago. Maybe two. Noah 6, the senior center fielder. Lions 1 foul. That'll run the count to 1-2. There's a good look at Aiden Deloach, who is the pinch runner at third. Rouse
coming in.
bounded off his chest, coming in and scoring standing. That's why you get the pinch runner in there. Aiden Deloach scores, the sophomore, and that gives Hueytown a 2-run lead. It's now 5-3. There you see it all over again. So.
Oh.
They've put Braylon Towns in, who was pinch runner earlier for the pitcher Carmichael. The lefty, 6. Robinson is what we would call very demonstrative. Is that a good safe word?
That's a good word.
He reacts to.
Has a lot of emotion.
He does. There's nothing wrong with that unless it happens to irritate the umpire, and I don't think that's the case. Oh, hit him right in the 9. Right in that left shoulder more. So, hit by pitch. So, runners at the corners, 2 out. And stepping up is Landon Pickens, who is 1 for 1. A single, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt. There's a stoppage in play. Robinson, I think, wanted to get things set. His delivery to Pickens. Outside and away. 2 outs. Hueytown's gotten a couple of runs in here in the top of the 6th. They had a 3-0 lead, then it went 3-1, and then the home run, 2-run shot, tied it at 3, but that didn't last very long. As Hueytown in the direction of Billy Chandler, they scored a couple here in the 6th. The umpire strolls up as Pickens steps out. Actually, that occurred in reverse order. Here goes the lefty. Down low. On the run. Now throwing back. Towns, they got him. Hey, got him. Nice play by Matthew Rouse behind the plate.
Quick. Gosh.
Give another look. You know, that ball was thrown pretty hard and it just scooted between his legs. He was in position to block it, but it skipped low. Hey, let's go to the bottom of the 6th on Jeffco Ed TV.
I always say, once a Leatherman kid, always a Leatherman kid. I've been teaching for 28 years. I love what I do. And so it's nice to hear that you made it in the top 5. Well, first of all, it was super nice to be picked as Teacher of the Year at my school by students and my peers that I work with every day. It's nice for them to see that and say that, hey, we think you should be Teacher of the Year. Or 6th grade science for Earth and Space Science. And a lot of times, this is like the first time 6th graders have had science as a standalone, because in elementary school, it's a lot of the reading English language arts, math, and science and social studies are kind of like integrated into those subjects. They like doing the hands-on activities. They like the collaboration.
Ms. Leatherman makes learning so exciting. And not just in the classroom, but it's prevalent outside the classroom. Her work with parents, her work with students, her work with other teachers. So Ms. Leatherman is just that teacher's teacher. She makes this, every bit of our work.
My number one goal is really relationships.
So I'm excited for her. Congratulations, Ms. Leatherman. And I just hope this road leads us to Teacher of the Year.
There you see our Jeff Coed TV scoreboard. Golden Gophers scored a couple in the top of the sixth, and now they have a lead at 5-3. The Yellow Jackets will try and answer here with another one of their Golden Domers. Stepping into the plate is Will Schmidt. He's 1 for 2. Singled and struck out. Well, that's a good pitch. Carmichael remains on the hill for the Golden Gophers, and he may just go the distance. Good scoop by Ariza. 1-1. Schmidt reached third, but not home back in the second. Got the corner call on that one. It's 1-2. Bottom of the sixth on a beautiful afternoon in Jefferson County. We're at McAdory. There's a chop. Big hop for the second baseman, Chapman. He's got to throw quickly. But 1-8's not swiftly going down the bases. Don't blame him. So there is a ground out. We'll call that one 4-3. And go to the last man in the order. That's Fisher Scott. Love this guy. I think he'd love to have that back. Swing and a miss. Strike one. It's 0-1. He's just made so many great plays in left field. Oh, curveball and a dandy. Carmichael. Coming out, and he's working fast, too. That's fouled back into the netting. So it's 0-2. Jackson Carmichael has gone the distance. He tried to get him to fish, and Fisher would not. Matt Coulter along with Becky Recchi. Chopper over Carmichael's head. Chapman pumps the throw. Safe. Well, you got some coach's eyes on you, don't you? You got some coaching eyes, don't you?
I was just looking. Looking for that touch. It's easy to make the call when you're on this side of the net. So I can make all kind of calls.
That is it's a big runner. Now you want the leadoff hitter, Sawyer Pearsall. He needs a base hit here. Outside, fastball. Pearsall is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. That one's straight up.
Straight up, and
somebody's got to call it. Third baseman does. Vaughn moves over and grabs it. Big out for Carmichael, huh? So, 2 outs. Number 2 in the order, number 66. Interesting number. DJ Parker. Ground ball to short. Hit the front part of the mound. Moore flips to Chapman. Boy, that's a quick inning. 3 up and 3 down.
Was quick.
Hey, let's go to the 7th on Jeff Coed TV.
There are 3 courses that I teach and that the kids will take to be a completer of the academy. The first one is Principles of Biomedical Science. The second one is Human Body Systems. And the third one is Medical Interventions.
I believe the Biomedical Academy offers opportunities for you to kind of determine if the medical field is something you want to pursue. It covers phlebotomy, it covers parts in marine biology, it covers forensics, it gives you a whole scope.
Their skills have grown and the love for the class, and to see that they want to accomplish and actually go on to the medical field.
All right. You're looking at the relief pitcher in for Aaron Bailey is Aaron Robinson. And he gave up a couple of runs, but I really thought he pitched okay, didn't you?
I did too.
Of course, he did get the benefit of an outstanding play from behind the plate from Matthew Rouse last inning when Towns was going to break, and then he went back to third. And that ended the inning, so it was a huge out in mini platform.
I think he's a sophomore. You know, he appears to be young and got a lot of learning to do, I'm sure. But
You're right. He is he's got a lively arm, you know.
He's got a presence about him.
Yeah, but you and I both agree. I like that.
Oh,
you can go overboard,
too.
but he hasn't. You know, he's
no, I like
just reacting to the spontaneity of the moment. Rouse with a nice stop. It's 1-0. Oh, he didn't do a whole lot to get out of the way, did he?
No.
They don't anymore. Pickens. Now, that is one thing that Robinson has had a little difficulty. He's hit 2 batsmen now.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Slade Wilson. First, Billy Chandler, Hueytown head coach. Think he wants to make a switch here or no? Quite honestly, I'm not sure what they did.
Oh,
they just had a brief. They went pinch runner.
Yes,
I should
sir.
look down there and see that. Thank you.
Well, you can't see because you're blocked by the blue, so you can't see that.
Deloach is at first, and he gets back. So, Landon Pickens gets the pitch runner. There's a nice bunt. Robinson fields, throws cleanly to Parker for the out. The runner advances in scoring position. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Hueytown. Cameron Fields. He looks like he got some power, doesn't he?
He's a big guy.
Batting from the right side. Fields. Back goes to Loach. And here comes the delivery from Aaron Robinson. Low. 1-0. Towns is on. Let's check that. Deloach. Towns is the other courtesy runner, pinch runner. 1-1.
Yep.
Hits it off the end of the bat over to second. Glover goes to Parker. 2 down. So you go 4-3 and to the left fielder, Zane Barnes. He's walked 0 for 2. Did reach on an error. Wow. There's a word for that curveball, and it's nasty. Barnes is going to step out. Hitting from the left side. He's got the pink going, too, with his gloves.
Wondered if you noticed that.
Yeah.
It's a good block.
Indeed. I like both these catchers, but, of course, we talked about it several innings ago. We like catchers.
Well, you know, if you got a good catcher, then your pitcher feels confident.
That's so true.
Just a big wall back there for you.
Oh, another hit batsman. So now we'll have him at the corners. So Hueytown with 2 outs going to try and add to their 2-run lead. All right. Stepping up the top of the order again is Bronson Moore. Had a huge double and scored in his previous at-bat. He is 1 for 3. That's a strike. Caleb Chapman's on deck. He would be next. Robinson out of the stretch. Runner goes. Catcher's indifference. 2 in scoring position. Ball and a strike. There you go. Moore. Robinson took something off of that one, and he got the call. And there's the pitch from Robinson, just upstairs by a baseball. All righty. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, that curveball froze Moore. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Time for the Yellow Jackets to get a couple in, a couple on. Last at-bat upcoming with the Golden Gophers up 5-3 on Jeffco Ed TV.
As a teacher, people say you're teaching the student, but to be very honest, these students teach us a lot.
So someone asked earlier, do football shoes fit inside the feature or beside it?
For my class for civics, my goal is for them to be responsible citizens when they leave this classroom and to be well informed. Teaching isn't an I, teaching is a we. So to be able to represent my school, to be able to represent my county, it is so exciting. It's an amazing journey.
Ms. Brooks is going to bring her level of expertise, and she pushes herself. She professionally develops. She wants to strengthen her skill set to meet an ever-changing student.
You create a bond with these students as though they're like your children. They're my kids.
Bottom of the 7th inning, you see the score on Jeffco Ed TV. Golden Gophers, visitors from Hueytown, are leading the Jackets, and they're coming to the plate their last at-bat, or could be, as the Jackets have plated 3. Nearby, we saw briefly the scoreboard, but McAdory is hosting Hueytown in soccer, and they lead 3-1. You know, a minute ago, I looked over there and I said, are they keeping, when it was 3-1, when our game was 3-1, I
Yes.
said, are they keeping the score on
That's
the football
so
field?
polite.
All right. Time for the McAdory Yellow Jackets to score. Also, time for Will Vaughn to get the save, as Billy Chandler has decided to bull Jackson Carmichael. I would like to have seen him go the distance and get the win, but I think that's probably a pitch count. That is popped up to short left field. Moving over is Moore. Fans are in the way. All right, thank you.
Well, I just saw the
I
replay
should've
because
looked
I
down here
sure
at the
can't
monitor.
see.
No, that's because there's a lot of fans, and if they're
They've got
going to
the
block,
whole line.
they're going to block my view. I'd just soon them be fans.
Oh, that's right. Priority
But,
seating right here.
Boy, they are lined up, aren't they?
They are.
Boy, they are for Hueytown too. That one,
Another.
likewise, it's second or short. Moore will call them off. How about Vaughn? 2 pitches, 2 outs, 2 pop-outs.
Quick.
Wow. All right, Rouse, the catcher, will step up. And he is, as they say in the business, the last hope for the Yellow Jackets. He's got to get on board. You know, a lot of players will put their batting gloves or some other small item like that in their back pocket while they're playing.
Sure.
Rouse puts an entire Gatorade towel.
Well, he's a
And-
workhorse.
But, you know,
I
that's
mean,
exactly
he's got all that dirt.
Yeah, and when you're a catcher, you can do that.
Yes. It's probably a lucky towel, too. Oh.
There is a shot to left on the run against the wall. Barnes fields it. Rouse keeps it alive with a stand-up double and a little celebration, too. Boy, he hammered that ball. Let's take another look. He turns on that fastball.
Oh, it's supposed
That
to
was-
go on over.
Yeah. What, did it hit a couple of feet above the warning track on the fence? All right, now Grayson Glover will step up as the Yellow Jackets keep it alive with 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Vaughn. Boy, he wanted that pitch. Did Grayson Glover. Larry is his first name. Larry Grayson Glover. And he is 1 for 1. He's walked and scored. And he doubled in his last at-bat. Bet he'd like to have another with Glover. Sorry, sometimes they roll out too quick.
That is.
Before I pull the trigger on them.
It's quick.
So,
All right.
Vaughn quickly gets ahead of the hitter. After 2 quick pop-ups, he gave up the shot to Rouse, who's at second with the double. And then here comes the 0-2 pitch to Glover. Clearly upstairs. I don't know if that was intentional. He's trying to get him to go at that. Vaughn's got a little heat on it, doesn't he? He can bring it.
He's fast. Very, very quick.
There's a pop.
straight up.
Boy, he likes to get the pop-ups. Over to first base. Now the second baseman, Chapman, suddenly comes over there. He grabs the ball, and that is the ball game as the Golden Gophers win it by a score of 5-3. You got some thoughts as players will be crossing the diamond here in a minute?
Wow. Well, that was some kind of game, though, you know. Didn't know about it in the first 2 innings, but everything settled down, then it tied up. But they come back tomorrow. They come back tomorrow and play again.
And they both told us this could be a really pretty quick game.
And both of them said, you know, you just never know.
They said also it could be 11-10.
I mean, you know.
That's baseball, isn't it? It's
yes,
baseball
it
and
is.
softball.
You just
It's,
mutual respect out there for them, for each other, you know. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of these kids know each other, too. I mean, they're not
absolutely.
that far away. And when you're playing some summer ball and travel ball and that kind of stuff, you get to know a lot of them. As the Golden Gophers and the Yellow Jackets will now head to their respective dugouts, and the Gophers will get on the bus, and the Yellow Jackets will go home. And we'll be talking with Billy Chandler, the winning head coach, after this break. You're watching Jeff Co-Ed TV.
Welcome. We are Hueytown High. Every day is a great day to be a Golden Gopher. We are Jeff Coed Strong.
Back at McAdory High School, you see the score on Jeff Coed TV. Matt along with Becky, and we're going to go to the Golden Gophers and winning head coach. We'll talk with Billy Chandler. Billy, it's Matt and Becky. How are you, sir?
That was a tight one.
You know what you called it. You told me before the game it could be 2-1 or 11-10. I guess they got halfway.
Yeah, both pitchers are really good, and when you have that kind of pitching matchup, that's what's going to happen.
Hey, Coach, I got a question for you. So you had a runner come in, and he was coming in standing up, and you had some words for him, and I just wondered what you told him.
I didn't like that. I told him he better slide or he's not going to run anymore.
It was a quick play, but I was thinking you may have said that. That was my best guess.
I'll let you get out of here in just a second, but I just want to get comment real quickly on Carmichael. He's your ace for a reason, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good pitcher, and the guy that came in at the ends, he's our number 2. And he'll go tomorrow in one of the 2 games. And, it took everything we had to beat him tonight. Carmichael pitched really good early. Towards the end, he got a little loose, but he battled and got us through 6 innings. Is all we can ask.
We talked about it before the game and then during the game, but Derek played for you. Does that make a difference?
Well, it does. I'm glad to see he's doing what he's doing. He was a really good player, like I told you, one of the best pitchers that ever came through Hueytown. And I'm glad to see he's doing good things here.
We are, too. You're always very gracious with your time, and I love covering your games. Thank you, and congratulations on the 5-3 win.
Well, I'm just glad we got the monkey off our back with you guys coming to cover.
Oh, that's right.
We were 0-3 coming into this one.
Yeah, we got to backtrack just a little bit, Coach. The first one we did went 17, right?
That's right.
And
we
you lost.
A 17-inning game, and then we lost a 9-inning game.
That was at Oak Grove.
You guys there.
Yeah. All right.
So we finally got the monkey off his back with that. We'll take it.
All right. Well, we may see you later on this year, see if you can make it 2 in a row.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. Thank you, Billy Chandler. Well, you know what? We sat down here and said, this is going to be a lot of fun. It didn't disappoint. This was fun.
Very exciting. Exciting game.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up here, but first we're going to tell you where we are next week. We will be at Gardendale, the Golden Gophers. We'll get to see them again. So I guess what I said might prove to be true.
Does Coach know?
That's the one that went 17 innings.
You better go tell them.
2 years ago.
Or not.
Well, 2 years ago, we did that game at Gardendale, and it went 17 innings. Gardendale won at the bottom of the 17th, 2-1. And you know what? This is just another part of what Jeff Coed TV. Golf is difficult for TV. Let me just tell you that. It's not for the announcers, but for the people on the course with the mobile cameras and all that kind of stuff. This is quite an undertaking. I can't wait to see it. It'll be Monday at noon at Woodward Golf Club, which is really not that far from here. But anyway, our coverage will begin there, and I look forward to watching that along with you. And we look forward to all of our broadcasts as we go through the end of the season with softball and baseball. You got a final thought for me, Coach?
I appreciate you having me back. I liked it.
We'll do it again.
This was an exciting game, and I think I may see you Tuesday.
So even
I
better.
Think that's the plan.
All
so
right.
I'll be excited to see you there
Well,
too.
I can't wait. And for us, for our entire team, Becky and Matt, and all the great members of our Jeff Coed TV, including the man holding the camera, JT, great job as always. You've been watching Jeff Coed TV.